Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be starting our shop truck, which is a P100, which we have had since 2018. I'll show you a quick picture of how we bought it, which is on my phone, if you can see it. So it wasn't in the best condition, so we bought it. Well, actually my brother-in-law found it for us, so we've had it ages. We've started to do it, same as everything in everyone's shop, things just get left, and yeah, so, but we did get it in, we bare metaled it, and ended up painting it a horrible grey colour, and I don't know why we did that, but we did. Here's a picture of when we bare metaled it back in 2018, that was April. We painted it a horrible grey colour, which I'll show you now. There, I'm not sure why we painted it that colour, but we did, and then it got thrown outside. So we put it outside, done nothing with it, and then a few weeks ago somebody offered me an engine, which I thought, that could go in the P100, and during the time of it being outside I have collected a few bits, like a new back body for it, which does need a bit of work, but we'll get to that later on in the video. So today I've got it in the booth, just to put some primer in the engine bay, because we're going to put the engine in first before we do too much, and the booth's just about to get stripped down and repainted, so before we do that I'll quickly get this in and put some primer on it. So as you can see, Slippery and Ginger have been busy prepping the engine bay so I can get some primer on it. So like I said, we're going to get the engine in this, installed in this, get it running, and then we'll paint the outside and do the other bits. We have got a few bits, well, I'll say we've collected for it, so I'll keep you updated as we go along with the video, and then I'll show you the next bit when probably be when I've painted the engine bay. So let's do that. So we've got the engine bay all primed up on the P100. As always, we've used Novel hybrid epoxy primers through the stages. I've flattened it off, sealed it up, ready so we can get a bit of colour on it. So let's go upstairs, mix some colour and show you what colour we're going to paint it. Right, so the colour we're going to do the P100 is a old Ford colour called Roman Bronze, but what I've done with this, I have took the silver out of it and changed it for a coarse silver to just give it that little bit extra sparkle. I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick it up, but that's what we've done, so that's what we're going to go with. So let's get some paint on it. Right, so that's the P100 engine bay painted and cleared, which I've done in Novel CSR clear. I'll show you the colour a bit up close, hopefully the camera will pick up the metallic in it. So some of you are probably wondering why have we painted it Roman Bronze. Well, a couple of reasons. One, because we do quite a lot of old Fords here, and if one come in this colour, there's a good chance it probably wouldn't leave being this colour because the customer would change it. And two, we were lucky enough to do one of Valley Gas's builds on a Volvo, and the couple that owned it, Roger and his wife, come up to us quite regular, see how he's getting on with it, and I painted it this colour with the different silver in it, and we put a gold flake in the lacquer on that. And they'd had this car for, I think, most of their married life, been abroad in it many times. It's a really nice build they were having done, but sadly Roger passed away before he's got a chance to actually get in his car. So it's kind of a bit of a reminder to all of us that's got these projects sat around in our garages and gardens and stuff, saying we're going to do it one day. Don't leave it till it's too late, because none of us are here forever. And it, you know, so we sort of thought, well, that'd be quite a nice fitting, because obviously this thing's been kicking around so long. So yeah, so for us, we quite liked the idea of doing the colour because of that. So we're now going to get it out, start putting the suspension in it, put the engine in it, and hopefully the engine we've got actually works, because we're not sure, because obviously it come off one of our customers and he knows our history of it. So we'll soon find out, so let's get on. Right, so I'm just knocking some lacquer up for the servo I'm painting in the oven for the P100. So I'm going to put a bit of this metal flake in it, one of the rough ones. It's only a little bit of lacquer. I don't want it to be totally glittery, so I'm only going to put a little bit of flake in it. As you can see, it's quite a nice green, so we'll just chuck a little bit in. Give it a little stir. See how effective it is. Yeah, see, I only put a little tiny bit in there, because I don't want this to be too glittery. I only want a few flakes, but I'm going to just chuck a tiny few more in there, not a load, That'll do. Right. Oh, there you go. That's the only thing with this glitter. It goes everywhere. See? Right. Let's put it in the gun and then go in the oven and put it on. Right, as you can see, I've already painted the servo black, so now let's put some of the glitter on. So I've now designed what I want to put on the servo, so I'm going to cut a stencil and then we're going to put it on. So I flatted the servo down with some 1000 and now I've fitted the stencil, so I'm going to mask up the stencil and let's colour it in. So the first colour I'm going to put on is a tiny bit of white. So we'll give that a couple of coats. So next we're going to put a little bit of red just on a couple of those digits. So the last colour I've put on is like a turquoisey colour, so we're going to let that dry for a little while and then we're going to demask it and go from there. Right, so that's it all demasked now. I would have liked to have put the rev counter needle a little bit more right around there, but where it's going in the car and the master cylinder's it, you're not going to be able to see it. So let's put some clear on it and see if it'll pop a little bit more. So that's that all cleared now. I'm not sure if the GoPro's picking up the metal flake in it, but that's that done, so we can move on to painting some more bits for the P100. So the next part for the P100 I'm going to paint is the header tank. I've already painted it silver. I've masked out a couple of outline shapes, cut the borders, cut a little stencil for the top. I'm going to airbrush a couple of bits in it with a slightly different silver, darker silver, and then candy it, so then you can see the effect, what happens when you put candy over slightly different metallics, what colours it brings out. So let's airbrush a couple of bits in. Right, so the first bit I've masked off. Just put a thing because I want to airbrush this bit in a little bit heavy, so we're going to airbrush this bit in. It's a bit hard for me to hold the camera. I want quite a bit darker, so we'll let that dry and I'll give it another coat and we'll see what that looks like. That's the back all fully coated now, so let's move on to the next bit. The next bit I'm going to do is some fish scales. So I've put a little stencil on there, so I'm going to airbrush that in now, starting slightly heavy across the back and then just working forward. So I'm going to do that now. So on this one, what I'm going to do here, I am going to airbrush half a circle through this stencil at the bottom, and then I've just folded a bit of tape, bit of back roll, and then I'm going to come off the circle, something like that, dust a bit of colour up to that, move it round like that, do the same again, same up there, round, round and round. So just airbrushing into the tape. So let's do that now. So as you can see, I've done them already. I'll try and do this one and hold the camera at the same time. So the last one I'm going to do is just another little stencil. So we're just going to dust that in and then put shades and bits in. So there we are, that's that demasked now. So I'm going to go round and just now literally just put some airbrush bits around the orange tape around the edges, just to shade a few bits in, and then we'll demask it. Right, so that's it all shaded in now, well, as much as I want to shade. So I'm going to demask it now, so we can have a quick look what it looks like before I put some candy on it. So that's it all demasked now, so I'm going to go and knock some candy up and give it a few coats of candy, and hopefully it will show the effect that I was trying to get to. So let's go and get some candy. So that's it candied now and lacquered. I've done it in a candied orange because I thought it looked quite a nice effect. As you can see, it does make a difference, just two different colours underneath the candy to give you that effect. A couple of simple designs. You know, I think it looks really, really smart. So you can sort of see what difference it makes when you do use different colour base coats under a candy. With this P100, we are going to be doing quite a few different sort of colour bits in the engine bay and stuff. It's probably not all going to go together, but we just want to show people what you can do with paint. Simple, different lacquers, you know, tinted lacquers and stuff. So we're going to do that. We've got quite a lot of videos going on at the moment here, so there will be quite a few coming out. So if there's anything you want to know what we do here, or you want us to show you something, put it in the description after the video. If you like it, give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, if you could, it would really, really mean a lot to us. And yeah, let's get on with the rest of it.